And over here they've impounded 2 tricycles. The reason being, they're just over here, you can see is a fire hydrant, and they were parked here. Good morning everyone, the MMDA are now near Katipunan, and if you look here you can see the cars are parked parallel so they don't block the sidewalk. That's good. But if you look over here, you can see the cars are parked like this and they are obstructing the sidewalk. So what they're doing right now is waiting to see the drivers come out so they can just issue them a ticket and let them move the vehicle. If they don't come out in time, they'll get towed away. Actually, they've been waiting a little while, so they're just going to prepare their stuff. They might still wait a little bit longer, but they'll just have it ready just in case they need to tow it away to clear the sidewalk. It looks like one driver has arrived, so he can just take the ticket and move the vehicle. But there are other vehicles like this one and those over there that they're also looking at. And here goes one of the vehicles now. And here goes another one now. And the last car is now being taken away by the tow truck. Right now they're looking at these vehicles here. Although there is one side parking, this is actually a bridge, and as far as I know, you're not allowed to park on a bridge. So right now they're just speaking to someone from the barangay about this, advising them that you're really not allowed to park on a bridge. So this is the creek or river that the bridge goes across, and these are the 2 vehicles. So I think they're actually going to be towing them away. So you can see the towing crew just getting hooked up to the car now. And you can see this already up on the tow truck, ready to be taken away. And they've also finished picking up this one, and they're taking it away now. And you can see someone from the barangay is putting a barrier there so people know not to park here. It's an obstruction, so it's not ideal. People should just know that you can't park on a bridge, but it's a temporary solution until perhaps they could place a sign here to remind people the rules of the road. Right now a flatbed's getting into position to pick up this taxi. Someone from the barangay said there's been a complaint about the driveway being blocked, access to the property being blocked. So they are planning to pick up this taxi and take it away because no drivers come out. And over here they've impounded 2 tricycles. The reason being, they're just over here, you can see is a fire hydrant, and they were parked here. Very strict rules, you can't park obstructing access to a fire hydrant. They stopped this tricycle for overloading or excess passengers. When they asked his driver's license, they found he only has a student permit, so the vehicle will be impounded.
Student permit?
Saan ka natuto mag-tricycle?
Dati pa ako sa junk shop. Parang nag-ano lang po ka, sama-sama sa mga kasama namin magmamaniyo.
So dati ka na nagja-junk shop, ngayon nagmamasada ka na?
Ako sa amo ko po, sa Silverville.
So can you imagine that? He doesn't have a driver's license and he's driving around 5 or 6 members of the public. The thing is, student permit is just a permit. It allows you to learn to drive under the supervision of someone who holds a professional driver's license. You can't just get a student permit and then be like, okay, I'm now going to be a public utility vehicle driver. I'm going to now drive a tricycle or a jeep or whatever. It's incredible. And they're just putting this on the back of the tow truck now. The rain started coming down and someone's generously offered some coffee for the guys here. So that'll give them extra energy to continue the operation. So very generous. Thank you. And I just noticed something near the coffee. There's 2 kitty cats under here. Such a cute cat. Right now they're looking at this one here on Katipunan Avenue. It's blocking the sidewalk. This is very common in this area, like super common. There doesn't appear to be a driver, so they're writing out a ticket and it's going to be towed away. They just finished picking it up and it's being taken away now. Some of the people that walk by were cheering and clapping because they regularly walk along here and they're so tired of having to walk in the road because of obstructions like this. On an unrelated note, whoever made this ramp should probably rethink their career because this thing is so slippery and it's quite steep. I've seen people like nearly slip down here, a couple of people already. Over here in front of the donut shop, you can see they're parking parallel because if they park like that, they're likely to block the sidewalk. So it can be done. So part of the team are now here at the Laguna Lake Development Authority. I believe they're going to have a joint operation with them today. They have a really nice building actually. They have like a fish pond type thing here and some nice staircases, and it's really actually quite nice. Anyway, they're just waiting for the LLDA people to come out and then do a joint operation. If you look over here, you can see the river. Then you've got this like easement, I guess. I'm not sure what it's called. And then you've got all these properties here. I don't think any of these properties are meant to be here. So these are the ones that they're looking to clear today. So the men are just being briefed on what they need to do now. So this is the Assistant General Manager for Laguna Lake Development Authority. What's the reason for clearing these?
Well, under the law sa gobyerno ho itong nasasakupan ng shoreland natin, and ito ho ay pinoproteksyonan ng Laguna Lake Development Authority under the leadership of our General Manager Joey C. Medina, no? At ito ho ay simula pa lang ng ating ginagawa ho na malawakang paglilinis sa shoreland ng Laguna de Bay upang maiwasan ho natin yung tinatawag nating mga illegal structures, illegal settlers at gano'n na rin yung mga illegal reclamation.
And how about these ones? Were they given a warning that this is going to happen?
Yes, so bigyan ho namin yan ng cease and desist order, notice to vacate. Actually, since December pa, talaga namang may notice to vacate na sila, no? Pero pinagbigyan ho natin, so after 6 months, ngayon ho sisimulan na natin na demolish yung illegal structures na nilagay ho nila dito sa lawa ng Laguna.
Okay, thank you. So you can see the SCOG team have already started to deconstruct this. I think it's going to take quite a while, but they'll get it done. Some of the residents are actually helping also to self-deconstruct. There's some wiring, a lot of wiring actually, very questionable wiring. I wouldn't imagine meets any electrical standards. Anyway, slowly but surely they are clearing the area. So up there is a bridge that's currently being expanded to handle the higher volume of cars. So aside from clearing these for that, it's also for their own safety, because all the time you see stories, especially during the rainy season, of floods. The houses get washed away, the people inside drown. It happens all the time. I don't know about this very specific area, but nearby areas for sure, it happens all the time. So they're trying to minimize the destruction, so some of these can actually be reused, hopefully in a legal location. The interesting thing is his crowbar, it's actually a piece of rebar that's been reshaped. So you can actually see through to the river again now. They've got 2 huge piles of construction materials that they've removed. I think they've been here about 30 to 45 minutes. There's a lot of men, so they're getting it done reasonably quickly, but it is a lot of work. If you see this tugboat, you might think it's going to be pulling some kind of small cargo, but look at what it's actually pulling. This one here appears to be some kind of business. It says live meat, and inside there's goats. Apparently there's around 50 of them. One of the things I've been thinking while watching them is, wouldn't it be easy just to bring in some heavy equipment and knock this down like super quickly? I also wonder if Laguna Lake Development have their own men, because of course it's only MMDA that are doing the deconstruction right now. I don't know much about the Laguna Lake Development Authority, so I don't know whether they have their own like clearing teams, if they have enforcers. I'm really not sure, to be honest. This is the first time I've really encountered them. Another thing I was just thinking is, you know what would be better than deconstructing this? Not letting them construct it here in the first place. This must have taken weeks or months. How did nobody notice or stop this from being built in the first place? I'm not sure how long it's been now, but it feels like a long time. You can see it's mostly clear in this area, and they're making good progress over there. It really does take a lot of time. There's still everything underneath this, like especially over there, it's like doubled back, so it's still a lot of work to do.